And welcome to Racing, Pacing, Chasing. This is the chasing segment this week, episode 9. I'm Aaron Bain and we're joined by royalty this week. Benny Rawlings, our regular panellist now. And Benny, welcome and congratulations.
Yeah, thanks mate. Big night.
Big night. Now we'll get into it, but before we start, we are talking about Alicante Boucher winning the Group 2 All-Stars in Cannington. And I think we were your lucky charm last week, mate, when we got you on, so we thought we'd better get back on tonight and talk about that and preview the Gawler Cup as well.
Yeah, no, we thought she had a chance. It's funny, you look at a race and you go through it on paper and you like to, how you'd like to turn it out, and everything happened the right way.
Before we get into the race, and we're going to watch the replay, we're going to watch the replay with a little glass of our favourite Alicante Boucher, mate. So we're going to watch the replay, but we're going to do the show tonight, having a little drop. Okay, so sorry guys, but we just got to pour the in honour of the champ herself. Great drop, mind you, too. We've been enjoying these after a couple of shows or two.
My sister's more of a fan than myself, but
The Rockford Alicante Boucher 2018.
Fun fact, they've just released a 2019 vintage.
Well, I went to the bottle because I wanted to get a fresh bottle because this is one we've been going through, and lucky I brought it with me. I went to the bottle only locally because we're here tonight at the Gawler Greyhound Club in preparation for the Gawler Gold Cup this week, which we'll get to a little bit later. You've got to run it, but I went to the Kingsford and I went there and I said, "You got any Alicante Boucher?" And the bloke looked at me as if to say, I think he basically said Benny Rawlings and his family have bought it out. They'd sold out. He looked at me, there was none left, so lucky I brought this with me.
Yeah, very handy.
Good way to start the show. Anyway, let's talk about the Group 2 All-Stars.
Yeah, super, absolutely super. She come out running, which she needed to do, across the field. The favourites got in trouble and she shot away by 6. It was a big thrill. When she shot away, I looked straight at what was behind and knew the 8 couldn't catch her, and then I think the 1 was third, knew that couldn't catch her, and then I think the 4 moved to 4th, that couldn't catch her. Then you're back.
Your head was probably spinning a million miles.
Well, I started giving her a bit of a call. I definitely started giving her a bit of a call, and yeah, she just kept rolling on and ran super time, and yeah, super proud of her. We bred her and own her, so yeah, just an unreal result, mate.
Unbelievable. And we'll take a look at the replay now, and then we'll come back to where next. But let's just take a look at the replay now of probably one of your biggest thrills in your short career today. Let's take a look. Alicante Boucher winning the Group 2 All-Stars at Cannington on the weekend.
Group 2 All-Star Sprint Final. Campini in 2 favourite. They're ready. Racing, Campini came out okay. Showing speed was Alicante Boucher, the South Australian, worked across from out wide. Up on the inside, 88 and Campini. They bumped heavily. Campini came off worse with Who's Got Cash. They both were checked, and Alicante Boucher shot away out by 6 lengths. Dinah Oscar works to second, then followed by 88. Behind it was Santa's Magic, running on a long gap to Dinah Renthal with Who's Got Cash, Campini, Grace Ali. But on the corner, the South Australian Alicante Boucher out by 8 lengths on Dinah Oscar. Alicante Boucher for Benny Rawlings wins the All-Stars, wins by 3 lengths. Dinah Oscar, third in 88. Dinah Renthal in behind them. Santa's Magic, Who's Got Cash.
There you've seen it. She was off to the front. It was job over. So where to next for the Star Bitch?
We humming and harring. We might duck her over to Melbourne and give her a run around Sandown.
Yeah.
Just trial her there because she won that. She now gets to go straight to the Melbourne Cup heats.
Yeah, okay.
Instead of going in a pre-lead, normally you have to go for a pre-lead, or unless you've won a group race that they've selected, and the All-Stars is one of those races. So potentially we might go to the heats. I'm not sure she can measure up to that, but she's got that early burn, and if you're in front,
you're going to have a crack.
Yeah, we'll go have
What
a
are the
look.
heats worth for Melbourne Cup?
Heats are probably 10, finals 400.
400.
So
we're going. We're pulling rank. She's going for a crack at them.
We might have a look.
But not only were you're prominent there, but Friday you basically tipped the card for our viewers last week. The pockets were cashed up, and you had a couple of good winners. We talk about Gawler's own Regazzoni.
Yeah, he had the red. The pressure was on. The boys come out. He delivered. He made the final, the sprint final. He's come up with 6 in the final, which is horrible. I think Tice put the jinx on. He was praying for the 1 and cursing another dog for the 6, and Regazzoni's come up with the 6. So he's going to have his work cut out. But one thing about that dog is he doesn't know when to quit. He'll keep pushing till they stop him. So anything can happen in these finals, but yeah, 6 makes it very difficult.
Over the 400, I'll tell you a funny story actually. We're here at the Gawler Greyhound Club, and we must thank him. He's getting into it, love that now. He's had a little sip. So I must thank the Gawler Greyhound club for sponsoring this chasing segment each week. But I reckon as a young kid, I was here with a few mates, and I reckon I got in box 6 myself and got stuck there. So I've made it a little bit wider for Regazzoni this week. I had to call for help. I think I put myself in like I was going to come out of the chutes, and yeah, another story.
Any extra room will take it.
Yeah, we've just squeezed the others up. All right, we should have put the King of the North in there when he was doing his nude run down the straight after Matt's mad multi. But you were on fire last week, and you had some good winners. You did win one of the cup eats, and we go to the cup now on Sunday, and that's why we're here. We have got the banner behind us. November 3rd, gates open at 4:30 p.m. There'll be a great crowd down there. We've obviously just come off the back of the Gawler Cup for the Thoroughbreds, and this week we roll into the Greyhounds, and we're here tonight. Magnificent facility behind us. The track's on fire of late, and you've got Alpha AI on in the qualified for the Cup. You've got a second one, Kisses for Cluder, First Emergency, which is still hopeful we can get a run. But Alpha AI looks a good each way chance.
He went super in the heats. We sort of had a bit of a thing thinking that he didn't really like Gawler. We trialled him here the other week. He didn't go that good. And he had the red, which his record's not flashed from, but he landed second and had clean air and ran super for a dog pushing 4 1/4. We couldn't have been happy with him. The draws, not ideal, but he's the sort of dog that if he gets left alone and he gets some space, he's got a huge finish. So who knows? And the other bitch, the 6 dog Jack Get Back, was subject to a vet examination the day after the heat. So
what happened there? Did he go right?
Yeah, I think he pulled up sore after the run, and they couldn't find anything on track, so they granted him permission to go see their local vet and make a call on that with a report to go back to the stewards. So if that doesn't come back in his favour, Kisses Cloder will get a run from 6, which 6 isn't ideal on paper, but she's the type of bitch that can really hit the lids, and she ran second in the Oaks, nutted on the post. So if she got a run and hit the lids, she'd be a chance because she's a fast bitch.
So we talk about Kisses for Cloder. If it goes into the Cup, that opens up the consolation, which RPC's own, we like to call her. Better Dream, we've claimed her. She missed out, got checked in the heats, goes around in the consolation, and if Kisses for Cloder was to get a run, she's only got the 2 dogs inside her to get across. Does that enhance the chance of Better Dream in the consolation? And probably still unlucky in the heat. Big chance in the consolation.
Certainly he sort of missed it a bit in the heat, and then was pushing and got run off the track, and then just found arses.
Beautiful drop.
Yeah, I mean, another look back at Gawler, not a lot of speed outside him, the speed's inside him, which suits. He likes a bit of room outside, so if she does come out and get a run in the Cup, I think he'll be a big chance in the consolation. If not, I do think she's probably a big chance in the consolation.
Then your other runner, you've only got one other runner, Classy Blaze, race 10, so 9:10 that is. By 9:30 you'll be on the drink celebrating. So we look forward to joining you for a beer or 2 on Sunday night. But,
she's a reserve, so she'd have to get a run to get in. But
do apologise.
If she did,
so that's in a G6 as well.
Yeah, that's why she missed out. So I mean, she certainly would be a winning chance if she got in that race. It doesn't look overly tough on paper, but whether she gets in or not is another thing.
Interesting, a meeting like this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 G6 races on a 12 race program on such a feature meeting.
Yeah, they sort of committed to this G6 outside the legs of the quaddie. So foot races 5 through to 8 should have pretty full fields. I think 3, obviously, with it being a final, doesn't count as G6, but GRSA have committed to this G6 system. So you've got to support them, and the results will start filtering through, whether it's a success or whether it's not. So it's sort of good and bad both ways. The jury's out, mate.
Now I need your signature here, mate. All right. So I was walking around before, and I found an application. So I'm actually going to put an application. I said to take Alpha AI onto the boxes. All right. I filled out all the details. So I just need you to sign that. I'll sign here, and I'll submit it to the stewards. All right. So if you can sign that, that's a. He's not going to sign it. That's an authority to nominate. I'm not going to put it in, but you got to sign it for the viewers. All right. So
I don't know if I can sign for you to handle my Gawler Cup runner in the Gawler Cup. This will be your first time, won't it?
Yeah, you're learning.
Yeah.
Can I have some education elsewhere?
Sorry, mate. I think we'll leave that one alone.
He's leaving it. Right, well, we'll fill out a sheet another week for a Murray Bridge meeting or something. All right. Well, that's out. There goes that plan. I was in if you had 4 dogs, but all right. Who's taking it? You?
It depends. If the bitch gets a start, I'll handle her, and the sister will do Alpha. But if not, I'll just do him.
All right, okay. Well, if you ever get stuck, just sing out, mate. All right.
I would.
Now, what's your best? What's your best for them?
I think
you were on fire last week. Don't let our viewers down, mate.
No, I think We'll stick with Gemma Nismo, we've been talking about. She's
Yep.
in that Stayers Cup final. She's come up with the 4. I think she either leads or lands second to the 2 dog, and we'll go past the 2 pretty quick.
Yep.
We'll stick with her. We've been on her. I think we'll stick with her.
Yep.
That's race 5,
Special.
number 4. I also do like race 7, number 3, and race 9, number 1. So I reckon you could put them all together and get a little bit of a return there.
So race 5, 4, race 7, number 3, race 9, 1. That's me multi.
That's it.
Some spending money later. But before we go, you've got a multi at Murray Bridge as well on
Yeah,
Friday.
so with the swap, Murray Bridge normally race on a Sunday.
Yep.
They go to the Friday meeting. So I like race 2, number 5. It's a maiden that's been trialling all right, and the Rasmussen team, Murray Bridge is where they live. So
Yep.
you know their dogs are well schooled around there. If we go race 2, number 5 into 5, number 2, and then 6, number 6. I think that's our.
So just recapping, Murray Bridge Friday, we've got races, race 2, number 5, Souls Buddy, into race 5, number 2, Exceptional, and then race 6, number 6, Spring Josie. So that's our Murray Bridge multi. That's our Benny won't let you down. He was absolutely on fire. She rang you. I was at the Gawler Cup. I said, "Stop it! You're putting on a clinic." You were sitting on the couch over in Perth. You've been out and seen the Alicante Boucher. She was all well, and you were just on fire with your tips.
Well, in WA we're 2.5 hours behind, so the Gawler meeting starting at about 9:30 in the morning was going down a treat, mate. So and the winners coming in made it even better.
And you had a headache to recover from on Sunday. But probably just a little bit. Any others? We normally do AB's Kennel Watch, but when you're on the show, we rename it to Benny's Kennel Watch. Is there any that we can outside Bet or Dream and the ones we spoke about to follow out of the kennel?
Probably not quite. We've got some young ones just coming back trialling, which will start filtering through in the next sort of probably 3 to 4 weeks. So we'll probably be able to get a few in a few weeks' time. I do have a dog, we ran in a Gawler Cup heat called Lucy's Nimbus. He'll probably go Monday night at Angle Park. Fields aren't out yet, but I've had a bit of time for him, so Lucy's Nimbus might be one to follow.
All right, there's one to follow. So that's our AB/Benny's Kennel Watch. But we must thank the Gawler Greyhound Racing Club and Sean Nowak. He was supposed to be on the show tonight. He couldn't join us. He had a prior commitment. But we look forward to coming down here Sunday. We're going to do similar recordings for them and get out doing some interviews with trainers, owners, public, the general public as well. Look forward to being a real part of the day, and I do note that I'm going to sign up tonight, but Gawler membership offers it's very affordable membership. They do a great job down here as a club. So a registered trainer membership's $100, but then simple as a venue membership for $40, and it is a great venue as you look around here. And we host the show tonight, and I don't know how many they're expecting. Do you know what they normally get to the Gawler Cup?
There'll be a lot. Yeah, they'll fill up here, downstairs, outside. They'll have rides. They'll have everything.
It's a great family
rides
day
for the kids. Yeah, no, they put on a real good show, and as you can see from the track, you can get right up close to the action. So great place to be.
We've got the ducks down at the moment, just curating the surface for the pups just to rip it up. But gates open at 4:30. We're looking forward to getting down, as we said. Got a couple of Benny Rawlings runners to follow, and good luck to all the connections engaged in the Gawler Cup on the weekend, and yourself, Benny, and we'll be sure to follow you through the Melbourne Cup heats with the star bitch Alicante Boucher, and let's toast to that, mate, as we close, and thank our viewers for this week, and let's find a winner for them. We've got plenty you've given us this week.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, guys. There'll be plenty to come next week. Join us next time.